Holy fuck, Law and Crime Network made a...
Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are arrested in Romania as part of a human trafficking probe. News broke late Thursday evening by BNO News that the pair were arrested on December 29th. Now, this news comes just hours after Tate made waves with climate activist Greta Thunberg going back and forth on Twitter about carbon dioxide emitting cars. Tate, who had previously been kicked off social media platforms for so-called misogyny and hateful ideations, had also made news last month. As Law and Crime Network's Sidebar reported, he sued YouTuber Ethan Klein after Klein called him a sex trafficker. Now, at the time, Tate's attorneys sent Klein a cease and...
So sad. So sad because it seems like he's gonna fucking lose that. You know what I mean? Thank Elon for letting Tate get back on Twitter so he can God himself. Yeah.
Desist order. Some reports now say Romanian officials used Tate's social media to confirm he was in their country before his arrest.
Like, you can't be too happy when you're basically saying you're gonna fucking cry to the mods on your sock account.
We're still learning new details in this case and will continue to bring you the latest developments as they come in. Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Watch the Mogul Mail, Dad? Why the fuck would I watch the Mogul Mail when he probably watched me, motherfucker? Here, let's do it. Let's watch the Mogul Mail on Andrew Tate. On the Andrew Tate saga.
I told myself I wasn't going to make another video about Andrew Tate, mostly because the content around Andrew Tate is very repetitive and
he was probably in here watching.
Boring. Plus, it just makes the bald man richer
Here,
anyway.
go ahead.
So
Listen
what's
to
really
Ludwig.
the point? But much like a messy shit, every time I look down at the toilet paper, Andrew Tate is still there. And today's shit is especially messy and worth talking about because it's official that Andrew Tate has been arrested in Romania on human trafficking charges alongside his brother. Here's how the interaction went. Andrew Tate randomly tweeted at Greta, said, "Hello, Greta. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a cool engine. I don't know. I drive a goddamn Subaru Sandbar from 97. My two Ferraris also have big engine. This is just the start. Please provide me your email so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions."
Which now, of course, is no longer his car collection and has been seized by the Counterterrorism and Sex Trafficking Unit in Romania. So, whoo! God damn, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you hate to see it. You hate to see it sometimes, okay? But like, not really. You don't actually hate to see it. Pretty funny. You love to see it.
Because she's an activist against climate change, and he's like, I do so many emissions. So many. It's so cool.
Bro, this is yet another example that, like, you should never be the main character on Twitter. When you become the main character, the main villain of Twitter, because Twitter always has a villain. There's always a villain of the day. You become the villain of the day, you're going to fucking prison, dog. Okay? That's how it works. I know. I have been the main villain of Twitter. It's awful. It's an awful feeling. Do you think he's thought about you? Bitch, I don't need to infer or make assumptions. I know he does. I mean, probably not in this very moment, because it seems like there's a lot bigger, things happening in his life. But like, yeah, no, he has talked regularly about, like, supposedly women coming up to him and saying how they find him desirable, unlike me. Just fucking constantly making shit up. Greta has been after his ass for a long time. You can't make this up. The Romanian authorities were urged last year to effectively prosecute human traffickers by Greta, the group of experts against trafficking human beings. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, this is going to fucking break people's brains, dude. People are going to unironically come out as like pro-sex trafficking if they haven't yet. Okay, that's number one. All the fucking chuds that are like, Pizzagate are going to be like, actually, this is good and normal. What is this? If you're going to cut a diss video while also being wanted by the government, be sure to be mindful of OPSEC. For example, I don't think he knew he was being investigated by the government, though. I think he basically fucking thought like he was good. They arrested him. Nothing came out of it. And that bitch was just a jealous girl or whatever. Like, remember, that's what he said. Libs of TikTok constantly calls LGBTQ people groomers. Meanwhile, she's following Andrew Tate's account and liking his tweets. Tate was recently arrested for sex trafficking. Chaya Rachel can't recognize the actual threat to women and children right in front of her. Yep. It's just like the idea that the most online man who made a career for himself on the internet talking about how he was like trying to escape the Matrix. The irony of that is not lost upon me. Okay? Like, oh, yes, I'm trying to escape the Matrix. I'm above the Matrix. I'm above the Matrix. Meanwhile, like, what is the Matrix? Don't sex traffic. Many people are telling me that, I should not be doing sex trafficking. And to them, I say, I'm above the Matrix. So here's the press release, and there's the video of their raid, which we watched already. In the case, it was noted that at the beginning of 2024, 4 suspects, 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens, constitute a criminal group organized in order to commit crimes on the territory of Romania, but also other countries such as the United States of America and Great Britain, of the crime of human trafficking. Victims were recruited by British citizens by misrepresenting their intention to enter into a marriage/cohabitation relationship at the existence of genuine feelings of love, the lover boy method. They were later transported and housed in buildings in Ilfov County, where by exercising acts of physical violence and mental coercion through intimidation, constant surveillance, and control, invoking alleged debts, they were sexually exploited. We basically read this over and over again at this point. I feel like I've read it so many fucking times that I don't need to read it again, you know? Best birthday gift you could have hoped for? I mean, this is just a really good gift for everybody involved, you know? It's a good gift for, enjoyers of... It's just a great gift in general for people who think it's bad to do sex trafficking. Like, that's a gift. A really good gift. Like, if you yourself are an enjoyer of laws or enjoyer of, making sure that sex trafficking doesn't happen, then, you're going to think about this as like a good thing, If you're a respecting women enjoyer, that's a good thing for you. I myself am pretty excited at the prospect. I'm pretty excited at watching conservatives who will most likely use this as an opportunity to get more unhinged and basically fucking say things like Andrew Tate was not actually a sex trafficker, but instead a victim of the Matrix, that sort of thing. Because it's coming. I'm also kind of sad that unfortunately Andrew is going to most likely lose the case against Ethan that his lawyers were trying to put forward. Ethan Klein says, and that's why I call him Andrew the Human Trafficker. He sent me a cease and desist threatening to sue me for defamation for saying he's a human trafficker. What else am I supposed to call someone that buys and sells human beings against their will? Andrew Tate, the human trafficker. This is a terrible blow to your case, Cobra Tate. Being arrested for human trafficking tends to make it hard to sue people for calling you a human trafficker. Here's all the things he didn't like me saying about him being Andrew the human trafficker who traffics in human beings. I feel like at this point, oh, what the fuck? There's one other thing we got to talk about, which is our very own Hasan Piker got the opportunity to debate Cobra Tate, the human trafficker. Dude, Andrew Tate, Hasan was trying to make one very simple point, which is impurely women are actually better drivers than men. One of Cobra, the human trafficker's point, tries to make is, I don't think women are good drivers. So, got yet another instance where I got fucking mentioned in another court case, I guess. But, I was right. Yeah, look at that. Allegedly, the Tate brothers' home was raided in Romania. My guess is this has nothing to do with the real crime, but a way to silence and harass him. The FBI, CIA colluded with big tech to ban him. It's not what he says about women or his Twitter beefs that they fear. They used the fake Russia collusion to get unlimited investigation. Wow. Dude, how many times do you have to get knocked in the fucking head to come up with that? Because, like, that's awesome, actually. And by the way, I said that they were going to do this, and they have already started doing this. It's wild. Like, why is he saying allegedly the home was raided? Like, brother, they raided the home. You're saying allegedly he's a sex trafficker, okay? That's what you're saying allegedly on. Andrew Tate fans think doing sex trafficking and bragging about it is leaving the Matrix. So what do you guys think? What phase of Andrew Tate's master plan is he on right now, you think?
What's the probability that the government wants to frame the Tate brothers? I don't know, probably 50%. I think it's pretty high. Like, the government frames people all the time. Like, if we've seen anything out of, like, any of the leaks from, you know, the way that they tried to, you know, fuck with Martin Luther King and people like that, yeah, absolutely the government fucks with people.
What the fuck? What is Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate is the what? Martin Luther King of what? Calling women whores? Like, I don't understand. What? I mean, yeah, the government does have the probability, but which government? Are we talking about the fucking Romanian government? Why the fuck do they give a shit? Andrew Tate is the MLK of being bald. Oh, they're coming for him. Oh, we've watched this fun stuff before.
Guy, bitches on the side. I'ma spend the money, we can spend a little time. All you gotta do is ask me, and I can make you look classy. Second that you walk past me, I'm gonna whip around. I had to get you in my backseat. They call me Mr. Plenty. Check the leather on the Bentley. Show your friends will get friendly. Maybe I could be your sugar daddy, yeah. Cause I'm all about the money.
I mean, you guys already know all this shit because you watched me watch this shit.
I'ma spend the money, we can spend a little time. All you gotta do is ask me, and I can make.
We literally put a ban on this on the stream because it was so fucking bad that it felt like a war crime to force people to see this. You know what I mean? It actually fucking felt bad. Like, I would watch that. And then I had to stop watching all of his. There's more, by the way. For those of you who are interested in torturing people in a way that is like less than legal, but somehow still, you know, allowed, you can. He has an entire library of content like that. He's very bad. Asman wasn't serious. I hope not.
Yeah, it's Romania. Okay, so brothers, what's the probability that the government?
Someone in the end of the clip literally says, it's Romania, bro. What are you talking about, MLK? Nuclear cringe Keem take? I can't even see it because he blocked me. Another fucking... Andrew Tate did not kill himself. Dude, why do people think, like, everyone that... Why do people think that everyone that goes to jail is gonna, like, fucking kill themselves? Or get, like, suicided like Jeffrey Epstein? It doesn't make any sense. Like, Andrew Tate was inoffensive. Like, he did not harm the genuine, he did not harm any sort of, like, legitimate fucking material, he did not go against the hierarchy in the way that he presents himself, okay? He did not. And he was not an asset. Like, Jeffrey Epstein, also a sex trafficker, but, like, you know, Jeffrey Epstein most likely was a CIA person. Like, he most likely was a fucking CIA operative, or at least an asset. Andrew Tate is just an ass. That's it. They didn't even fucking kill Ghislaine Maxwell. Why the fuck would they kill Andrew Tate? A different Asman take?
I think that the most likely outcome of this, okay, this is, let me summarize this one more time because I know people keep bringing this up. I think that the most likely outcome for this is that neither of them go to jail, nothing happens, they either get fined a bunch of money or they get kicked out of the country, and that's it. I find it unlikely that both of them will...
He's not wrong. That doesn't mean that they are not doing sex trafficking. I'm just saying that he's not wrong. Listen, they might be able to they might be able to beat the case. Here are a couple different angles, okay? Here are a couple different angles that I will cover. Here's what I'll say. Couple different angles. I don't know which one of this is going to be the truest, okay? I do believe that Andrew Tate was working with the Romanian mafia. The Romanian mafia most likely has connections to the police. Maybe the Romanian mafia is no longer excited about the prospect of having one of their money launderers constantly fucking getting into trouble, constantly fucking being, online and talking about how he is connected to the fucking Romanian mafia. Not a good thing to be so high profile. Do I think that the Romanian government or the Romanian authorities genuinely care a lot about sex trafficking and that that's why they're busting this guy? Maybe. I think what's more likely, however, is that, again, Andrew Tate is way too public. He got so famous that it unironically hurt Romanian PR in general. People probably don't want to be associated with this as a country, but they probably don't love being associated with a fucking guy who's like talking about how shitty Romania is and how easy it is to do crimes there and how easy it is to fucking bribe people. So they were like, okay, well, fuck your loud ass, dude. Here's what we'll do. Peter Thiel and Glenn Greenwald's YouTube knockoff service paid Andrew Tate a handsome sum to start streaming from their services here. A few months ago, Thiel was photographed entering a Romanian castle for a secret Halloween party that Musk allegedly also attended. There's a reason Epstein met with Steve Bannon when the heat picked up on him. He realized that the right will embrace literally anyone who owns the libs, even and especially when they are wealthy or powerful. Mike Cernovich is an actual admitted violent rapist who has worked closely with Alan Dershowitz. These are the stars of the new right. Why are people asking Mike Cernovich about Andrew Tate? Because Mike Cernovich took a trip to Andrew Tate's Romanian sex den in September 2019, but he didn't take his wife. Dude went alone on purpose, probably for peaceful meditation and definitely not sex, of course. That's it, though. A lot of these fucking right-wing freaks, like, they have either A, done awful shit, or B, are still in the process of doing awful shit. But, like, so many of these motherfuckers, like, they don't care. As long as you're popping a little bit, you have, like, a little bit of fucking clout. I mean, yeah, here it is.
It's absolutely crazy what a government will do to you if they are instructed.
Look. No, I'm not eating Takis. I'm eating turnips. Anyway, when you're a right-wing guy and you have a little bit of clout, like, I mean, the right wing will embrace you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking child rapist, dude. I mean, Roy Moore is a great example of this. Roy Moore was going to take a seat in Alabama. And they had already invested too much into that. They could not change the tides. So they fucking ran with him. Even though he was literally a, pedophile. They don't give a fuck. No, these are not. These are pickled turnips.
And it's more crazy what your fellow man will do to you. It's not to be a pessimist, but it's kind of crazy now. Like when I see a police officer on the street, I'm like, yeah, you're fine now. Oh, you're all smiles now. But if it was still during COVID, you'd be trying to beat the shit out of me for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I don't forgive and I don't forget. I don't forgive and I don't forget. And I'm kind of lucky I live in Romania. This is one of the reasons I.
Dog. That's not the reason why he was afraid of cops, okay?
Love Romania is because Romania is a corrupt country, right?
Yeah.
But what's amazing about corrupt countries is everyone can play. I like the poor countries because everyone can be corrupt. If I don't want to wear a mask and a police officer comes up to me and says, wear a mask, I say no, and I give him 10 pounds, so leave me alone. I prefer that than them to come along and pretend there's law and order, and there is law and order to destroy my life. But if I'm a elite, I can go to an island. It's absolutely crazy what a government will do to you if they are instructed. And it's more crazy what your fellow man will do to you. It's not to be a pessimist, but it's kind of crazy now. Like when I see a police officer on the street, I'm like, yeah, you're fine.
Police officers, the number one mask enforcers, maybe in UK. I think I might be talking about the UK. The conservatives that are defending him in his sex trafficking are also the same people that cry about trans people grooming kids without questioning whether any of the people that this dirtbag traffic were kids. Yeah, because again and again and again, we have to repeat this. Conservatives have no fucking moral compass. They have no consistency. Don't look for it. Most people don't have consistency. Most people are hypocritical. Okay? But on top of that, conservatives don't really have like a moral compass. They don't give a shit. They just want to own the libs. They're reactionaries. Their entire life purpose is to react to the libs. Not reactionary in the sense that they watch like fucking clips and stuff like I do. But the political the political concept, reactionary. What you have to remember is that this motherfucker like very openly talked about his interest in like fucking young girls. Sure, he said 19, but there was a moment where he like actually did say a minor was hot and that you know, she should find a real man. Holy fuck, this tweet got 247,000 likes, dude. That's crazy.